once the glue has dried from after you applied it on top of the solder, now what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to solder the individual wires, the individual ground wires. One end is gonna be attached to the negative side of your button, and then the other end is gonna be attached right here to your grounding. Right? Don't forget to label your wires, or else it'll be very, very confusing. And what's good about the grounding is that it doesn't matter which button it goes to as long as it goes to the negative side of your button. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take your wire stripper right here, and you're gonna strip away the ends of the wire, the ends of one wire, and then you have your exposed copper. And then you're gonna take your needle nose pliers, and you're gonna take the end, and you're gonna take the exposed end of the resistor, and you're gonna wrap it around. You're gonna wrap it around the exposed part of your button to ground wire. Just so that it has good contact when you solder it. Or what you can do is you could place it in your board, kind of make sure it stays in place, so you bend the end of the exposed wire, just one end, and you flatten it, and then you take the exposed resistor wire and you wrap it around. And you wrap it around the exposed button to ground wire. All right. I don't know if you can see it, but so here's the wires going in, and you have the end of the resistor wrapping around it so that it makes contact. All right. So now that it's making contact, don't forget your safety glasses. All right. Take the soldering iron, and you're gonna hold the tip right to the joint, all right? And then you're gonna let the solder melt onto the wire. And don't breathe in the fumes, it's so dangerous. It has lead in it. It's not good for you. All right. So as you can see, here's the bead that's been of solder that's connecting the end of the resistor to the wire, so that it has a secure joint. And you're going to do that for the last 5 that you have to do. So I would recommend putting one end of the exposed wire through, bending it over, pinching it so that it stays in place, so that it's easier for you to wrap the end of the resistor around the exposed part of the wire. There we go. And you can just pinch it, wrap it around, pinch it. There we go. And then you solder it again. Remember, don't breathe in the fumes. You want to get it, it's not bad if you get a decent amount size of solder around it, but what you do not want is you do not want the solder beads to touch. If they do touch, you can usually just use your soldering iron and kind of melt it away. But they definitely should not be touching. All All right, and then you do that for the rest of the 4. And after that, I will show you how to design the button display.